This is a long one, folks, but be patient. The CIA is a subversive organization. By its own definition, its pillar is covert operations, thus, by definition, its own. It is devious, secretive, not candid, probably not honest, undermining other governments and our own that do not suit our powerful ones, other kinds of people, other languages, other places, other purposes, especially communist places and purposes. What is a communist place or purpose? How do you know one when you see one? Well, it's easy. They complain. Complain a lot about imperialism, whatever that is. Complain about the USA, and God knows we all know what that is. Just look at our 4th of July parades. That will tell you that we're really like, well, mostly, not the horseshit part, the marching bands walk through behind their gorgeous horses, and their elegant leather and silver outfits, and the handsome American Legion patriarchs in the red, white, and blue bunted cars, all declaring with such clarity what a wonderful country we are that communists don't like. So, you commies, just stick our 4th of July parades up your nose, and you'll get a sniff of what we're really like. You've got a lot of guts, you half-dead commies in commie countries. Not by God, now you know how capital is, where it's at, and we've got most of it because we know how to use it best, and we know where to find it. It's got to be pulled together in the fingers of other people trying to keep some of it away from us. Pried loose so we can get it. Use it best, and if it has to be gotten in secret war and secret genocide and secret control and secret terror and open terror and from the skies over Iraq, and all this has to be done right so our people can feel virtue in their guts and believe they're God-given in these latter days while using resources and labor that has to be tightened up to keep the rate of return up in the tightening earth and keep it up in all our honest lives, procured by our violent subversion of everywhere. But we've got to keep our morale up and believe in ourselves, so it's all got to be secret. So in our country, empty of love and kindness for different and distant others, but filled with booty from their soil, their mountains, their fields, their sweat, their strong brown arms, all policed by guns, grenades, and fingernail pliers, and smashed school windows and a few crushed skulls of teenagers in garbage dumps on Monday morning. Mostly to keep the peace through our betrayals of what decency we thought we had, but now we could know, if we would, that our 4th of July parades are a house of horrors where peasant children scream for food at night and are dead of cholera the next morning, all hidden by yellow ribbons and brass bands, and to cry out our virtue on the 4th, on Halloween, an Armistice Day, commemorating 11 a.m. on November 11th of 1918, when once and for all we won and all was well and only utopia stretched ahead. Yeah. Well, there would be a few things yet to fix, but the peasant children wouldn't worry because we never heard of them. Thank God. The press kept still on all of this. The average person is a party to the government's crimes, but you have to live with your neighbors and they're a party to it. Let me explain. Iraq, Hussein invades Kuwait, so the U.S. gets the UN to okay pushing Saddam's naked aggression right back out of Kuwait, and it leaks out. Ramsey Clark, a UN study group, a Salvation Army in the SPCA, or the Red Cross, or somebody, tells us we blasted them clear out of the last millennium, put them back in the year 200 when there was no electricity, no sewage systems, no water, no medicine, no trucks, no groceries. But the UN said we could drive them out of Kuwait. We weren't going to stand for no naked aggression. Oh, by the way, what's the difference between aggression and naked aggression? Maybe when the Germans invaded France and the USSR, they all had their britches down and were barefoot. Yeah, naked aggression. That sounds juicier and more fun. Yeah. So, there's Iraq. They stepped in our driveway and we said, take your damn foot off our driveway. And they didn't, so we threw 85,000 hand grenades at them and blew up their house and set fire to the barn in the fields and blasted the hell out of the swimming pool in the backyard and put a crater in their driveway 8,000 feet deep. But the press didn't say all that, but it leaked out. Part 1.